my beautiful people. Sorry I've been away for so long. There's been a lot going on and everything's just kind of slipped my mind. Also, the rewriting took a lot longer than I thought it would because my motivation literally dipped. But, yeah, I really hope you enjoy this next video, and I think it's chapters 19 to 22. So, yeah, let me know. By the way, the artwork in the thumbnail is done by me. It is Luca. So, yeah, this is going to be a couple of dramatic chapters, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. Alright, on with the video. Chapter 19. Salty tears streamed down her face, stinging her eyes. Her mind was foggy, deepened with loss and pain. She didn't even remember waking. She realised now that Luca had been observing her. Why wouldn't you let me kill her? Her voice was cracked and sounded weak. Because Will said we could save her, and we didn't have much time if you killed Dark Rose, and then there may be a good chance of his power leaving him. Oh, was all she could think to say. Have you saved her yet? Will's working on it as we speak. Okay. Her muscles weakened and she sagged, but Luca was there to catch her. William entered the room and looked at her, and she looked at him. He looked drained and saddened. I figured out how to heal her, he announced, unsmiling. If this is true, why are you sad? Dark Rose, it seems, not only drained Willow's magic, but also her life force, leaving her soul and body. So the only way to heal her would be give her a new human life force and magic to keep her stable. Alice could do it, Luke offered. I'd love to, but I don't have any magic. Yes, you do, he said, frowning. You had that storm power thingy. You started floating in a bubble just before you almost killed Dark Rose. What? You didn't know? Will asked. I had no clue. I have magic? It appears so, Luca said. Then I'll do it. Bring me to Willow, she said, and Will raised his hand. No, Alice, it must be me. You are vital and probably the only one who's able to kill Dark Rose. We need you alive, Alice. But I won't die. You never said anything about dying. I'll be taking a human life force. Someone must die, and it will be me. Will, no, you can't, Luke said. That's not what she'd want. I'm her older brother. I have to, was all Will said. They walked her into a room filled with the liquid Will made her put her feet in earlier that month. In the middle of the Ciri was a beautiful, floating, dead willow. Will whispered something under his breath, and the Ciri turned solid as he walked in it. He turned to Alice, and Alice realised it wasn't turning solid. He was actually walking on the mixture while it was sloshing and moving. He knelt by Willow and pressed his hand on his face. Alice watched as he went pale and his body weakened. He slowly went limp and looked over to Luca and smiled. Tell Willow I love her. His voice sounded weak, almost a whisper. Wait, Luke said, and ran through the Ciri towards him and kissed him on the lips. When they stopped kissing, Alice waded her way through the Ciri and hugged him with Luca, and in his last moments of life, all he heard was, I love you, William Hunter. Will fell into the Ciri, sinking into the thick mixture, and Luca looked at the last place Will had been. He was scarily quiet. Willow woke with a gasp like she'd been holding her breath. She blinked a few times like she'd lost her sight and tried to sit up, but hissed and lay back down. Alice helped her sit up and held her. Are you okay? Alice asked. Yeah, she said. What happened? You died, but Will, he saved you. Good old Will, she said with a goofy smile, still sounding weak, and looked around the room. So, where is he? Gone, Luke said, more to himself than her. He's gone. Where? She asked, just before the look of realisation spread across her face. No, she whispered. Alice held... I'm so sorry, Willow, Alice said as a tear trickled slowly down Willow's cheek. Luca was crying too. Alice held her two best friends, feeling their sobs rake across her body, and all of them sat there in a bundle of tears and loss. He was dead. He was so very dead. Chapter 20. Dark Rose sat in her bedroom and looked around. Her daughter was sitting on the end of her bed. She was in tears. "Mother, Mum, please, please," she sobbed. Dark Rose had seen this before. She had lived this before. "Don't let her kill me, Mum," she said weakly. "You're not real," Dark Rose said. "I am, Mum. I'm alive, and I won't be for long." "Coyote, please. Please stop. Stop torturing me." "You deserve to be tortured. You let her kill me, Mother," the 3-year-old said, and Dark Rose's sister came behind Coyote, and Dark Rose watched helplessly as her 3-year-old girl screamed in agony. Her pain raped across her body as she crumpled, dead. Dark Rose screamed and wailed and cried, crumbling to the floor. She would make Samstar pay. Chapter 21. The Fifth God. Melissa came in humming to herself. She wore a bike helmet on her head and smiled to herself as she made a beeline for Alice. "Here we go again." "Why are you wearing a bike helmet, Melissa?" "I was in the library," Alice sighed. If she found out anything while living in Melissa's house, it was that things she didn't always make sense. "I have a book for you. I found it in a ring of stones. It mentioned things about Dark Rose and other gods. At first I thought it was made up, and then I realised it was true when Dark Rose came into the world and destroyed everything. Only a god can kill a god, apparently, and there are 5 gods, although one of them was banished to this world and hidden among the humans, as they were the most powerful other gods, and they were scared of them. It was presumed that their power was everything: lightning, elements, life, death, everything, and that they were the creator, the one that opened a rift in space. If you can find them, you can win." Alice's heart thumped, and she remembered now. She remembered everything. Chapter 22. The Memories. Alice lay in her bed and looked up at her. "Rose, can I have a bedtime story?" "Of course, my dear. I'll tell you about my sister." "Ooh, yay." "My sister was the strongest of all my siblings. She had the most power and the oldest of us all. However, we didn't like her. She could beat us in everything. And me and my sister made a bet. We decided to get rid of her, so it would be even. But despite our best efforts, we couldn't kill her. So we sent her here, blocked off her memories, and had her live a human life. And every time she died, she would respawn and make new memories. Her body would be different each time. But my siblings and I came up with a system. If we ever needed to find her, we would set up trials in each of the worlds. This world, right in the city, is the only worthy can find her. I'm telling you this because if you ever need someone stronger to fight me in a war, for example, my sister Samstar comes looking for me, you replace her and convince her to help me. Do you promise, my child?" "Of course." "I love you, my dear." "I love you too." And she watched as Dark Rose left the room and turned off the light. Hiya, I'm sorry for killing off characters left, right and centre. I just like seeing people suffer. That makes me sound like a sociopath. No, but it has point to the plot story, I promise. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you did in the comments, or like it, or anything like that. I've decided to give up on the story Rain Opal because I just didn't like where it was going and I just lost motivation. Also, I might be posting some like fan fiction or something like that because I'm part of many fandoms, so yeah. Also, generally if you're part of a fandom, it helps grow the channel, which will be a lot more useful for me. If you could send my videos to other people and just spread me about, because I would absolutely love for more people to hear the stories, and it means so much to me that people are listening to my stories in general, because I spend ages writing these books. So I wrote the old one for a year and now I'm rewriting it because I didn't like where it was, and there were 3 books and it was just really confusing and I didn't want to like completely start rewriting them again. So yeah, it'd be really nice to get ideas, like more people listening and liking my books or disliking, because either way it boosts the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, thank you so much for listening and I hope you enjoyed it, and yes, have a good day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer holidays wherever you are. Have a good morning, good evening, good night wherever you are in the world, and thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.